Today we can pinpoint any location on Earth with stunning accuracy, whether it's the bustling streets of New York, a temple in Varanasi, or the exact place of birth for anyone. It all begins with a simple yet powerful system, the grid of latitude and longitude. So, what are latitude and longitude? Imagine Earth wrapped in an invisible net of lines, both horizontal and vertical, intersecting across the globe. These lines help us assign coordinates to every location on the planet. The latitudes, these are horizontal lines that run east to west but measure north to south from the equator, which is 0 degrees latitude. Values range from 0 to 90 degrees north and then 0 to 90 degrees south. They tell us how far north or how far south a place is from the equator itself. For example, Delhi lies at about 28 degrees north latitude, while Sydney lies near 34 degrees south latitude. The longitude, these are vertical lines that run from pole to pole, the North Pole to the South Pole, but measure east to west from the prime meridian, which is the 0 degree longitude, which passes through Greenwich in England. Values grow from 0 degrees to 180 degrees east and 0 degrees to 180 degrees west. They tell us how far east or west a place is from the prime meridian. For example, Tokyo is at 139 degrees east longitude, while San Francisco is at 122 degrees west longitude. Together, they create a coordinate. By combining latitude and longitude, we can create a precise coordinate, a unique address for any location on Earth. For example, 28 degrees north, 77 degrees east will point us to Delhi in India, a specific dot on the world map, determined with mathematical elegance. Why it matters in Vedic astrology about navigation. In astrology, these coordinates are used to cast the birth chart, aligning the planets, stars, and ascendants to the exact time and place of birth. The latitude affects the rising sign or lagna at the time of birth. The longitude affects the local time and the time zone, critical for accurate calculations. In navigation, aviation, space missions, and even everyday GPS apps, latitude and longitude keep the modern world connected, mapped, and moving. So, latitude and longitude together are designed to help us locate ourselves on Earth and sometimes even in the stars. Every birth chart that is prepared, every time we record, every planetary position we calculate, starts with one timeless reference point on Earth, known as the Greenwich Mean Time. It's the prime meridian, the global zero point for longitude, and the heartbeat of universal timekeeping. The Royal Observatory in Greenwich is the time's home base. Located in Greenwich, England, the Royal Observatory was established in the 17th century by the British Crown to solve the great mystery of longitude at sea. But little did the world know it would also become the birthplace of global timekeeping. The longitude is all 0 degrees, 000, the starting point of the prime meridian. The latitude is at 51 degrees 28 and 38 north, a precise spot just north of the equator. Together, these coordinates define the point from which Greenwich Mean Time is calculated, the universal standard used across astrology, astronomy, navigation, and the international clocks. The GMT in the birth chart preparation. Now, the Vedic astrology, we use GMT as the base to calculate the exact planetary positions at the moment of birth and then adjust it based on the local time zone, which is latitude and longitude. GMT is another anchor form from which your Lagna ascendant is determined. Without it, the entire birth chart would be inaccurate. It synchronizes the soul's entry into celestial time. It's how the universe's timing and the individual journey intersect. There is a hidden numerical harmony, which is the number 9. But here's a little known gem. Add the digits of the latitude, which is 5 plus 1 plus 2 plus 8 plus 3 plus 8 equal to 27, and then 2 plus 7 gives us 9. The sacred number 9 again. symbol of completion, cosmic order, and wholeness, subtly encoded in the very coordinates of time's origin. In Vedic numerology and spiritual traditions, 9 represents the end of a cycle and the bridge to the infinite, just as GMT represents the starting point of all time zones, grounding the infinite sky into measured moments. The international dateline is an invisible but powerful boundary that literally shifts the day of the calendar depending on which side of it you stand. What is the international dateline? It's an imaginary line that runs roughly along the 180 degrees longitude, halfway around the world from the prime meridian of Greenwich, England, located mostly across the Pacific Ocean. It zigzags slightly to avoid splitting countries or island groups. It serves one major purpose: to reset the date. Crossing it from west to east, you go back a day. Crossing from east to west, and you move forward a day. The time may remain the same, but the date itself flips. So why does it exist? As the Earth rotates, time zones shift from one hour to the next. But since our planet is a sphere, we need a point where the calendar rolls over, a starting line for dates. Without the date line, essentially global timekeeping would be all out of sync. You could fly from one country to another and arrive before you left, creating chaos in aviation, communication, and commerce. The ideal keeps global time orderly, coordinated, and logical, even if it sometimes feels like time travel. Let's say it's Monday just before midnight in Samoa Islands, located just west of the ideal. If you hop on a short flight and cross the line to Hawaii, it suddenly becomes Sunday night. You have gained a day. This makes ideal a unique location where two different days exist at once, just a few miles apart. Add the digits of the ideal's coordinates. 1 plus 8 plus 0 again gives us the magical 9. As we have walked in other videos, how the number 9 in Vedic and spiritual numerology represents completion, fulfillment, and transcendence, the final step before rebirth, the last digit before the cycle restarts, and how perfect that the international dateline, the very place where one day ends and another begins, resonates with this number. Ideal is a man-made line, and it governs how we experience tomorrow and yesterday, a beautiful paradox of time and motion. At the precise moment we take our first breath, the universe imprints its signature on us, a cosmic snapshot reflecting our soul's journey through the stars. On April 18, 2025, at 6:29 a.m. in Palo Alto, California, a new soul entered the Earth plane, and the sky above whispered its unique blueprint into this human being. In Vedic astrology, this moment becomes the foundation for a Janma Kundali, a birth chart meticulously calculated using planetary positions, zodiac signs, nakshatras, and house placements. Before the chart, the raw celestial data would look something like this, and the astrology software typically takes the entire 360 degrees and divides the planet placements into 12 rashis of 30 degrees each. This will give us the planetary placements in specific rashis with exact degrees within each sign and corresponding nakshatra padas and the association of nakshatras for the dasha calculations. These numbers and names might look technical, but together they tell a story, the story of a cosmic arrangement at the moment of our birth. In the birth chart that an astrology software will provide based on the previous table for the native born on April 18th, 2025 at 6:29 a.m. in Palo Alto, California, USA, let's walk through a few key highlights from this native chart. The ascendant Lagna is in Mesha Rashi at 2.867 degrees, ruled by Mars. The Sun also sits in Mesha, conjoined with Lagna, and a simple promise and prediction would state a strong solar energy and leadership traits. The Moon is in Dhanu, Sagittarius, at 5.422 degrees. Mars is in Karka, Cancer, in the 4th house. Mercury, Venus, Saturn, and Rahu are all clustered in Meena, Pisces in the 12th house. Ketu is in Kanya, Virgo, and Ketu will always be directly opposite to Rahu. In this case, it's the sixth house. The placements are some promises that exist in a birth chart that speaks of purpose, challenge, strength, and inner calling. The astrology softwares that are readily available today for free take these planetary positions that are calculated with the local coordinates of birth, time, place, that is based on Greenwich Mean Time. The birth chart takes shape with the 12 houses, the 9 planets, and the 27 nakshatras forming the promises from cosmos and forms our astrological fingerprint. The birth chart is not just data, it is sacred soul geometry. And from this celestial code, we decode our purpose, patterns, and potential, a dance choreographed by the universe at the moment we are born at the same place, but about 12 hours later. The birth chart prepared for this native born on April 18th, 2025 at 6:29 p.m. or 18:29 p.m. based on 24-hour basis in Palo Alto, California, USA. Will have the Rashis rotating over to different houses. Now we see the Lagna ascendant is Kanya or Virgo Rashi, and hence it is placed in the first house. Notice that all the planets are still located in the same Rashis, except the Rashis have moved to different houses. Ketu was placed in Kanya or Virgo, and it's still present there, but now it's in the first house. Sun is still in Aries, but now it's in the 8th house. Moon was in Sagittarius Rashi, and it's still there, but now it's in the 4th house. Saturn, Mercury, Rahu, Venus are still in the Meena or Pisces Rashi, but now it's the 7th house. Jupiter was in Taurus, and it's still there, but now it's the 9th house. Mars was located in Karka or Cancer Rashi, and it's still there, but now it's the 11th house. This is how each one of us come with a unique fingerprint at the time that we are born. Make a guess based on sun's placement in the chart. For a person born during daytime, where the day and night are of equal duration, like 12 hours, birth between sunrise and sunset will have sun located in houses 8th to the 12th house. Birth around sunrise time will have the sun placement in the first house. Births after sunset at night will have sun placement located in the 2nd to the 6th house.